that there'll be a lot of light moments that will lead to a sudden revelation of somebody's about to pass away. Gifted girl, when it comes to acting.
I think she embodied
Fun
this.
queen.
Yeah, like you. Between Farhan. That's fun. वो छेड़खानी मतलब वो मजेदार होता है एक दूसरे के साथ. Hi guys, this is Priyanka.
Hi, this is Farhan.
And you're watching
Bollywood.
Hungama.
If you can tell us something about Zaira Wasim, she's playing Aisha, and from what I understand, looking at the promo, I think she's outstanding, and we all know that she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
How was the experience of working with her? Because the fact is that she passes away in the movie, but she still has that element of celebration. Because it's not like Meri Rona Dhona, the sort of questions that she's asking you, and
it's not at all.
It's incredible because I've noticed like a lot of films of this nature, the graph that they tend to follow usually is that there'll be a lot of light moments that will lead to a sudden revelation of somebody's about to pass away, and then it sinks into like grief, sorrow, loss and tears. What's interesting about this film is that it's constantly shifting between the two. You find yourself laughing, then crying, then laughing, then crying. There's no kind of like, there's no, the cliche graph, if you want to call it that. That doesn't exist in this film. And as far as Zaira is concerned, I mean, her prior work, even prior to this film, be it Dangal or be it Secret Superstar, I mean, she's a very, very gifted girl, when it comes to acting. She absolutely, like, you could see when you work with her, she's like kind of really sunk her teeth and claws into like wanting to do her job really well. She's curious about the art, she's curious about the craft, she's constantly also like kind of keeping people motivated on set, with the way she is. I mean, so it was incredible to work with her on this film.
She's just so funny also. Like,
yeah, she's
such a funny girl. I think she embodied
Fun
this
queen.
Yeah, like you. Between Farhan between Farhan and Zaira, there were only puns and only like PJs happening on set, which are my favorite, by the way. Yeah. So it was great fun to have her energy on set, and she really embodied the real Aisha spirit. Like when you watch the film, you'll see videos of the real Aisha at the end of the movie, and you'll realize that Zaira really like is her. She's joyous and fun-loving and embraces life, and she really brought that alive so well.
Very interesting dialogues. मेरी परदादी यहाँ लाल मिर्चियों का अचार बनाया करती थी. लगता है आज मेरी मिर्ची का नंबर आया है. बना दूं अचार.
Cheap line. Cheap line.
It's funny.
It is very funny. Yeah. In a very cheap kind of way.
It is, yeah.
But I love
that's how the romance is.
Yeah, it is. And it's also very tongue-in-cheek and all.
And it's normal.
Yeah.
And it's natural and it's okay. I think there's this like sensationalism around being naughty. I mean, when you're in love, you're naughty with your loved one. That's fun. वो छेड़खानी मतलब वो मजेदार होता है एक दूसरे के साथ करना. And I think I really I enjoyed being a part of a Hindi movie after about 3 years. I'd missed it, of course. I'd missed speaking in Hindi, dialogues in Hindi, the emotions that come along with that, the expression of those emotions that come along with it. So I really I delved into it with a tremendous amount of joy.
Nilesh Mania, he's a co-writer.
Yeah.
You're a writer yourself. How do you look at his entire graph? Because apparently I think he has done a lot of work as well on the film.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's done a
Juhi
great job.
Chaturvedi has done the dialogue.
He's also done extensive work on the dialogue of the film. And I mean, really, I wish he was here, for a few of these exchanges that are happening talking about the film. I think it would be nice to get his kind of perspective and point of view, because he's also very close to the family.
He's making a documentary.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, that's kind of where the whole genesis of this started from. So his understanding firstly of the family was tremendous, and him and Shonali work, I mean, really well together as a team, so I mean, he was just an amazing asset to have, and he's written the stuff really, really well.
You've said in an interview that the way you intersperse between Hollywood and Bollywood, you don't see it as two different worlds. It is the way you look at it, the way you approach it. How has this entire experience of working in two different industries as an innovative producer yourself and an entertainer yourself, how has it changed your entire perspective?
I think I've been exposed to a lot of global entertainment, which I think generally as a world we are all being, because of streaming, we're all being exposed to it. But I think meeting filmmakers and people who worked in different parts of the world with an easier access, I guess, is very interesting to see people who think differently than what I may have been used to or familiar with. I think that sort of is the only different thing. But besides that, I feel like the language of cinema it's the same. You know, you have to stand on a mark, you have to say a line, you have a director who's asking you to, you know, dig deep, you have a producer who's saying jaldi karo. It's the same things. So I think the only thing that's the only difference for me.
You're doing The White Tiger with Rajkumar
Yes.
for Netflix, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It was one of my favorite books when I read it that year. I mean, it was so eye-opening and just clever. The writing was so clever. And Ramin, who's the director of the movie, Ramin Bareen, he's an Iranian filmmaker, has done some amazing work. Like 99 Homes, been honored, and he's an immersive director, you know. So he's also a close friend of the author of White Tiger. So the screenplay has turned out to be pretty much the book. And that's really exciting for me. The actors that have come together to make the movie, I think it'll be another really immersive experience after Sky is Pink for me.
Oh, amazing. All the best.
Thanks,
Sounds
man.
amazing.
Web is something that attracts you? Would you want to do something?
Honestly, I don't think people think of this like web and film and this anymore. I think if somebody comes to you with something amazing, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
No,
You
but
know?
I'm saying because you can tell a longer story, like a longer format, like The Family Man, the way it has come right now. So it's
Yeah.
like a 10 episode.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, if somebody could come with 10 episodes of something amazing or 10 episodes of something that I would not touch even if it was one episode. You know? So, I mean, it would depend on what it is that's being asked. Also, the fact is that the material could be good, but it couldn't be for you. You know what I mean? Even that happens at times because, I mean, you have a certain, I don't know, plan in your head or a certain journey that you feel like you want to be charting over the next few years. And sometimes things don't fit into that. So it depends on what it is. But I never stop to think about, because it's for web or because it's not on film, you should
It's
not
not
do
the
it.
same. It's not. There's no distinction anymore.
It's not that. It's never been that. I've never had those issues. I've been happy to do television when lots of people weren't doing television. So.
You've done television as well, yeah.
Hi guys, this is Priyanka.
Hi, this is Farhan.
And you're watching
Bollywood,
Hungama.
Ga.